Welcome back to JoyTube, seekers of ancient truths. Today, we embark on a tale of unmatched ambition, where a mighty king dared to challenge heaven itself. This is the story of Nimrod, the warrior king, the master builder, and the man who sought to elevate humanity to godlike status. But what became of Nimrod's grand vision? Join me as we unravel the mystery behind the Tower of Babel and the scattering of nations that followed. In Genesis chapter 11 verses 1 to 9, it reads, "Now the whole earth had one language and one speech. And it came to pass, as they journeyed from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. Then they said to one another, Come, let us make bricks and bake them thoroughly. They had brick for stone, and they had asphalt for mortar. And they said, Come, let us build ourselves a city, and a tower whose top is in the heavens. Let us make a name for ourselves, lest we be scattered abroad over the face of the whole earth. But the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the sons of men had built. And the Lord said, Indeed the people are one, and they all have one language, and this is what they begin to do. Now nothing that they propose to do will be withheld from them. Come, let us go down and there confuse their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. So the Lord scattered them abroad from there over the face of all the earth, and they ceased building the city. Therefore its name is called Babel, because there the Lord confused the language of all the earth, and from there the Lord scattered them abroad over the face of all the earth." In the aftermath of the great flood, Noah's sons spread across the land, each establishing families and kingdoms. Among them was Nimrod, the grandson of Ham, who became known as the first powerful king upon the earth after the flood. His mighty city, Shinar, flourished under his rule, and soon, all the nations of men fell under his dominion. Nimrod's ambition knew no bounds. The people of Shinar gathered before him, the mighty hunter who had defended them against countless enemies. And then, they spoke of an idea, one that would solidify their place as the mightiest nation in all of history. With the support of Cush, Mitzrayim, Phut, and Canaan, his powerful allies and family, Nimrod gave the command, "We shall build a city and a tower whose top reaches the heavens. Let us make a name for ourselves, lest we be scattered across the earth." And thus began the construction of a monument like no other, the Tower of Babel. There is a scriptural reference to the land of Shinar in the book of Zechariah chapter 5, verses 5 to 11, NKJV. "Then the angel who talked with me came out and said to me, Lift your eyes now, and see what this is that goes forth. So I asked, What is it? And he said, It is a basket that is going forth. He also said, This is their resemblance throughout the earth. Here is a lead disc lifted up, and this is a woman sitting inside the basket. Then he said, This is wickedness. And he thrust her down into the basket, and threw the lead cover over its mouth. Then I raised my eyes and looked, and there were two women, coming with the wind in their wings, for they had wings like the wings of a stork, and they lifted up the basket between earth and heaven. So I said to the angel who talked with me, Where are they carrying the basket? And he said to me, To build a house for it in the land of Shinar. When it is ready, the basket will be set there on its base." The land of Shinar became synonymous with global wickedness as a base was established for wickedness there. That means it has been a place where human beings try God's patience in challenging his authority and supremacy over his creation. A place where humanity manifested their defiance against God's ways and instructions. Thousands of workers toiled day and night. Brick by brick, the tower rose, higher and higher, reaching for the sky. The men of Shinar were filled with a sense of invincibility. The city below thrived with activity, with the wealth of nations flowing into its markets. Nimrod's rule was unchallenged, and his power grew with each passing day. But this tower was not just a marvel of human ingenuity, it was a defiance against the divine. The people had divided themselves into three groups, one to reach heaven and place their gods above the throne of Jehovah God, another group was to fight against God himself, and the third group was to create their own kingdom in the heavens. One day, they shot arrows toward the sky. To their astonishment, the arrows returned, stained with blood. This led them to believe that they had slain the inhabitants of heaven. They celebrated, thinking they had won a war against God. But little did they know, this was a divine deception. The Lord saw the arrogance and folly of mankind, and he called upon the 70 angels who stood before him. Come, Let us go down and confuse their language, that they may not understand one another's speech anymore. And so it was that a great confusion descended upon Shinar. The builders, once united in purpose, could no longer communicate. Chaos erupted. Orders were misunderstood, and what was once a harmonious effort became a cacophony of discord. The tower, which had been a symbol of human pride, now became the scene of great turmoil. Stones were thrown in frustration. Men fought against their neighbors, misunderstanding one another's words. And soon, the people began to scatter, abandoning the tower and the city. Nimrod, who had once been the great unifier, now stood alone. His people fled to all corners of the earth. The mighty project, the grand vision of human unity and power, crumbled before his eyes. 1/3 of the tower was swallowed by the earth. Another third was consumed by fire from heaven. The remaining portion, standing as a testament to human ambition and failure, still lingers to this day, a silent reminder of what was lost. God scattered them across the globe, dividing them by language, culture, and distance. What had begun as a single, united tongue turned into a multitude of languages, each family and tribe speaking their own. The place where the tower once stood was called Babel, meaning confusion, for there the Lord confounded the language of the earth. And thus, the mighty city of Shinar, the kingdom of Nimrod, and the headquarters of wickedness was broken. But what of Nimrod? Did he continue his reign after the fall of Babel? Did he find new ways to defy the Lord, or did his power finally wane? The tale of Nimrod does not end here. Whispers speak of his continued rebellion, of darker pacts made in shadowed places. Stay tuned for the next episode, where we uncover the fate of Nimrod and the birth of a new world order, the rise of empires, and the coming of Abram, who would one day be known as Abraham, the father of nations. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to JoyTube to unravel more secrets from these ancient stories, brought to life like never before. Thanks for watching.